To look good on the outside, you must feel amazing on the inside. And, well, since summer is coming, here are the universal steps to detoxify your mind and improve your relationship with yourself. Step 1. Goal setting. How are you going to start your journey without setting your goals? Write them down on a piece of paper, maybe a laptop or your phone. It helps with actualizing your priorities and holds yourself accountable over the summer. Organize them into sections. For example, what are your goals regarding schools or friendships, your hobbies? Do you want to get better at sport or do you just want to try something new? It's important to ask yourself why they're important to you. Is it related to your own personal growth like traveling, or is it associated with a deadline like making the first team? Also focus on how you achieve this goal. How much time will you dedicate to it? By asking yourself why and how, it helps with motivation down the line. And it's also fine if you're not sure what your goals are. Make a mood board. You can be creative with your ideas and aspirations. It's also around the middle of the year, so I think it's the perfect time to revisit your New Year resolutions and alter them to align with your values now. But don't overload yourself. You want to make these goals achievable. It's about quality, not quantity. It's better to have 3 well thought out goals than 10 unrealistic ones. So my goals this summer are kind of dispersed. I have my Mandarin and my running goals on an Excel spreadsheet, and then I have my more personal goals in a notebook. And those are going to be my guides for the summer. Step 2. Reduce social media use. Switch off your phone, or at least reduce your time on it. I think it's so easy to spend hours and hours endlessly scrolling, and before you know it, the day's gone. It is the perfect procrastination tool and your one biggest distraction. During the pandemic, we lost our third space. A space outside of school and family where we can explore and socialize and develop interpersonal skills. As a result, people found solace within social media to provide these interactions. I feel like this is something I definitely struggle with because I love making videos and I find this one really hard to balance. But the more I'm on social media, the more I realize that certain platforms don't serve me the way they used to. And I start comparing myself to others and I end up feeling really socially isolated from my peers. I try to fix this by switching my phone off on Sundays, and I don't think that's conducive with my schedule now. I do make an effort to reduce social media use after 6 p.m, and I only try to use the platforms to upload a video or for research purposes. You should also make your phone fit with your schedule, and be disciplined about it. Switch off your notifications, put your phone on silent or sleep mode, switch it off completely and hide it somewhere. There have been positive correlations with phone use at night that results in poor sleep quality and an onset of mental health issues, which carries me onto Step 3. Self-care. The average person needs between 7 to 9 hours of restful sleep. But really, who gets that? Poor sleep affects how you function during the day, and it increases anxiety levels and perpetuates other mental health issues. But sometimes you can't help it. If you have any sleep disorders, it's not so easy to get restful sleep, no matter how long you sleep for. So it's important to have a good night routine. Stop working at least 2 hours before you go to bed. Shower to relax yourself, and exfoliate to remove dead skin cells and improve skin texture. Moisturize your face and put any serums on your skin. Floss before you brush your teeth to remove plaque, and wear your retainer. I'm a very light sleeper and I get woken up really easily by light and noises. So I have with me a weighted eye mask, and I have with me a Yoda eye mask which isn't weighted. And then I have with me some earplugs that I just got off Amazon. A morning routine is also as important. Staying in bed for too long can create an unconscious association with being awake, making it harder to sleep at night. So leave your bed within 10 minutes of waking up. Not everyone's a morning person, and some people really struggle to get out of bed. So you should adopt a low dopamine morning routine to increase productivity. You should complete a series of small tasks, such as making your bed, brushing your teeth, having breakfast, washing your face, or maybe having a cold shower, which can help with morning anxiety. When I was younger, I used to buy the harshest exfoliants and then scrub my skin really harshly, but you really don't have to do that. I mean, it irritates your skin and it makes you, if anything, break out more. It's really nice just in the morning, just to massage your face and massage all the products in. The completion of these tasks give you a sense of achievement and set the tone for the day. Step 4. Exercise. Maintaining high activity levels helps declutter the mind and energize the body. I admit, with social media, it's so hard not to compare your body to others, and it can make you very demotivated and unhappy. But prioritize your body's functionality over its aesthetic. If you chase the aesthetic, there's no guarantee you'll feel fulfilled, and the chances are you'll never feel as if you've reached that perfect body. Your relationship with exercise should be enjoyable and effective, not based on unhealthy beauty standards. The way that I kind of see it is that if you take 2 Olympic athletes, so a shot putter and a cross-country runner, they have both such different body shapes for their sport, yet they're at their peak physical fitness. So it kind of just goes to show for me that one body type is not the end all be all. You can have so many different body types and still be considered fit and healthy. So there's no point in trying to conform to one because it's unrealistic and that doesn't necessarily mean you're healthy. I feel exercise can be something that's perceived as hard, but it really doesn't have to be. If you're just getting into it or you haven't done it for a while, start with little and often. A 10-minute walk in the morning is better than staying inside. You also don't have to do it alone. Have a weekly walk or run with a friend. Another way you can fit exercise into your schedule is by walking or cycling to places, rather than taking public transport. It saves money, and although it might take more time, it's definitely worth it if you're not in a rush and it's good weather. Step 5. Eating. This relates heavily to step 4 because high levels of exercise equate to a bigger appetite, and being conscious of what you put into your body is so important in the maintenance of your health. Make sure to eat at least 3 meals a day. A lack of food has a negative impact on your mental health, and it decreases your focus and breaks out your skin. It also promotes unhealthy eating habits. I'm a huge believer of eating everything in moderation. Don't cut out your favorite snacks, but instead understand the benefits of what you're consuming and how it affects your body. For instance, the Mediterranean diet is known to be one of the healthiest models, yet it contains high levels of vegetable oil. Also, dark chocolate over 85% has the potential to improve mood through improving the gut biodiversity. So don't be scared to try new recipes and adapt the ingredients to suit your tastes and dietary restrictions. What's most important though is never feel guilty for eating. Every calorie that you consume will be used in some way, whether it's to actively lift something or it's to subconsciously help in digestion. Step 6. Engage your mind. Mental activity is just as important as physical activity. Stimulating your brain has so many benefits, and it increases your concentration, memory, and dexterity. Just like a muscle, if you don't use it, it will deteriorate. Do activities that make you think and stimulate your senses. Encourage this by journaling or reading, maybe learning a language. Have a friend do it with you if you lack motivation. You can cook or bake something together. Start a project to build with them. There are so many passive activities out there that require mental exercise. Like we talked about in step 2, this is where you can find or create that third space for yourself. Step 7. Be shameless. So this is going to be more of like a sit-down chat format, but be shameless. Do that thing that you've always wanted to do. I feel like a lot of what holds people back is themselves, and people will just procrastinate on their problems or like on their like goals and what they want to do. And I know like a lot of people that they'll watch multiple YouTube videos, they'll like plan and like research like in depth, like in detail what they want to do, but then they just don't do it. And I feel like you don't see any results unless you start. I know there's like a lot of anxiety surrounding that type of stuff. The way that I see it is that in 50 years time, when I look back, like I will be so glad that I at least attempted it. And true, maybe at the moment, people will be like, oh, I don't believe that their opinions define who you are, and you should do everything with confidence, like you know what you're doing, and very shamelessly. You're doing it like no one's watching. It's no one's business. They can say whatever they want about it. Who cares? Their opinions don't define you, especially when you've like accomplished something. I had this like very same relationship with a YouTube channel. If someone I know has been like, oh, I've seen your video, I still get anxiety over it, but then I would rather do YouTube and let someone comment on it than not do it at all and then look back and be like, God dang it, you know? And also like, if you're starting something new, like you can't get any worse. Like you're already like at the worst, you know? Like you're just starting it. And I think there's like a comfort and security in that, knowing that you can't do any worse. Because like you've essentially already taken the first steps to start. I think that's just really fun to think about. And now my final step. Step 8, enjoy your summer. Surround yourself with people and things you love. Go out with your friends, indulge in your hobbies. Don't put yourself under too much pressure to accomplish everything. View your goals as guidelines for what you want to achieve. What's most important is that you've started. These are my steps to detoxify your mind and cleanse your body over the summer. I hope you've enjoyed this video and have a lovely day. Bye! No worries.